There's a difference between buying something you enjoy and threatening a barista over a bear-shaped glass. But before I get into how consumerism is not the villain, extremes are the real villain, be sure to give this video a like, comment things you enjoy buying, subscribe for cultural commentary and rants from a man caught between generations, and feel free to join me at the Zillennial Nexus Point Discord. Link will be in the description below. Anyway, it's the week of Thanksgiving, which means Black Friday is right after, so I wanted to talk about how every November people break out the pitchforks about capitalism and consumerism and all that fun jazz. Yes, the stereotypical Black Friday chaos of stampedes, fights, and camping outside big box stores is completely ridiculous, but those are just the extremes. Completely insane. No one should behave like a malfunctioning NPC over a toaster or a TV. Anyway, there's good consumerism and bad consumerism, just like there's fear or love. On the healthy side, you have collectors enjoying their hobbies, like some of my friends who collect Magic the Gathering cards. They're buying items that genuinely improve their lives or enhances their daily lives. And stores running sales, often just clearing inventory, isn't sinister when it comes to that. It's just logistics, and it's a good way to save some money on something you might have been on the fence about, but it's a better time to buy than when it's at full price. Because you don't lose as much, comparatively speaking. And then you have the unhinged side of consumerism and collecting. Like the barista glasses, people were screaming at staff, shoving, and fighting. Oh my god, that all that over a bear-shaped glass. And then they resold it for $50,000. Really? This is what we've come to as a society? Again, if you enjoy collecting the Starbucks merchandise, good for you. But turning into the Jerry Springer show is not the way to go. Or looking like a Black Friday mob about to storm a fortress. Like, come on, is this really worth it? These extremes aren't really consumerism, it's more of a human meltdown behavior. And this is why I always ask myself two questions when it comes to whether I'm going to buy something or not. One, do I actually have the money? And two, do I know exactly how this will fit into my life? So, for example, the reusable ice cubes that I bought a couple weeks back. I was fed up with refilling ice trays, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to store my soda bottles in the fridge forever. So, I decided when I was walking around Star Market with a lot of time on my hands to calculate the cost, I found reusable ice cubes. I calculated into my planned spending, realized I had enough, and decided to go for it. There was no discount pushing me, there was no artificial urgency, and I have to say, they have genuinely improved my way of life because now I can just put some of them into my cup for soda, and I don't have to dilute the actual soda, and I don't have to refill the ice cube trays. I do have to let them melt all the way though, as I've discovered, but I can just put them back in the freezer and they'll be ready to go. They have genuinely improved my life, and that is thoughtful consumerism in a nutshell. Another example, I had to get new hand lotion, and I decided to throw in some nitrile gloves because I've heard filling those with the lotion and then wearing them really helps with fighting dry skin. I'm fighting a war on dry skin here, so I need every advantage I can get. And I was already low on lotion, so the extra time I had after bumping my Wicked for Good showtime up to 10 a.m., I went to the South Station CVS and picked up those items because I had 30% off a purchase at CVS. And I knew exactly how these items would fit into my routine, and the discount was a bonus and not the reason, although it was the reason I decided to go for it then and there. That, and I had extra free time on my hands. So let's just go to show a coupon should not be a command. It's just a perk if the timing makes sense. Like yesterday, I did not go out at all, and I let a $2 off a purchase coupon expire. Though I still had a 20% off coupon that I used this morning before my shift at the instant gratification job to pick up something I needed. And if you want another example of being smart about consumerism, I was planning to go to McDonald's after between the movie and the South Station CVS no matter what. And when I was perusing the offers on the train ride into the city, I just so happened to notice there was this Celtics free throw promo, which basically says if the opposing team misses a free throw during the fourth quarter of a Celtics home game, you get free fries with a $2 purchase. It was hilariously specific with the conditions for them to actually put out that free fry offer in the first place. And most of you would be saying, bruh, it was a way to get you into the store so that you would spend more money. True. But I was also planning to go to McDonald's for a cheaper lunch after my movie, no matter what. See, I was going to go to the noon show of Wicked for Good, but then I decided I wanted to get home before the sun completely set, and the 10 a.m. show was the only way to do that. And I've also realized I need to stop prioritizing premium formats and just go see my movies at the time that works best. Because that's how Movie Scout approaches it. Movie Scout focuses on what time works best, regardless of premium format or not. Now, exceptions will exist, like Avatar 3, I am locked in to see that in IMAX 3D. But otherwise, I decided it's not a big deal to not see it in IMAX if it wasn't particularly made for IMAX. But that's just me. The point is, I didn't change my lunch plans because of the offer. It just ended up being a nice little bonus to add a free large fry to my $6 McDouble meal, which, yes, already included a small fry. I got more fries as a result, and it was something I was going to do anyway. So yeah, compared to the anti-consumerism arguments, I was not lured into the store. I was not manipulated. It was simply a nice little bonus. I mean, it did stop me from trying to get a sundae at Auntie Anne's before my train departed, so there's that. Anyway, the point is, enjoying merch is fine, being excited about a collectible is fine. Appreciating fandom-based items like the Wicked for Good Munchkin tin is totally normal. But when people are berating baristas, getting into physical altercations that belong on the Jerry Springer show, or they hoard products just to resell, that's where they've officially gone too far. The real issue is not consumerism, but extremes in waste systems, because there are valid concerns about everything like that ending up in a landfill, and decluttering is normal. The problem is our waste management system more than people decluttering. Obviously, building up clutter is a bad idea, but it happens, and sometimes you need to declutter. The problem isn't that someone bought a cup, they just don't recycle it or donate it correctly. So, yeah, when it comes to Thanksgiving and Black Friday, you can enjoy a sale without losing your mind. If there's something you were thinking about getting that was on sale, maybe now is a better time than any other time, or when it's at normal price. Like Luigi's Mansion 3 is on sale, I might actually get that, well, it's $20 off. You can also enjoy merch without becoming a menace to service workers, and you can participate in consumer culture thoughtfully without guilt. And again, as long as you actually have the money in the first place, I see no issue with you enjoying what you enjoy. If you want to collect magic cards, that's your decision, and I respect your decision. Buy the things you actually want with money you actually have for reasons that actually improve your life. So, if you want the Wicked Munchkin tin because it makes you happy, great. If you want reusable ice cubes because they solve a problem, go for it. Just don't act like a feral creature because a store ran out of bear-shaped glass cups. Like I said, consumerism is not evil. People who take it too far are the real villains. They're the wicked ones. So, I'm going to wrap it up here for the video on that note. You let me know in the comments what you think about all this. Again, you let me know what you enjoy collecting and whether there are people who take it to the extreme that you want to call out. Be sure to also give this video a like, subscribe for cultural commentary and rants from a man caught between generations. And last but certainly not least, feel free to join me at the Zillennial Nexus Point Discord. Link will be in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.